everyone! Welcome back to ms.craftsalots. Lair. I am Barbie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States of America. And today I am here to show you a fun fold Christmas card that that I think is just too pretty. I wanted to make another card using the Winter Woods. I love the Winter Woods stamp set. It's hard to, even though in this year's, I gotta get this right. I'm so used to calling it the holiday catalog. They're no longer calling it the holiday catalog. It is the August to December catalog, because next year it is going to be the July to December catalog. So even though there are some super cute stamp sets that I cannot not get, there's just some that I would like, tried, true, loved stamp sets. And let me show you the stamp set in case you are new and you haven't seen this. I have used this before, and I am, like I said, I just love the versatility of this particular stamp set. So this is Winter Woods, and it has a coordinating die set. So this tree is actually, you use both of these pieces and it actually cuts out this really nice tree. I don't do that very often. I don't know, right now I have to do a hurdle to get to my die cut machine, but that is just the way it is in my craft room right now. It's still just a little bit more messy than I'd like it to be, but I will get to showing you this particular card. So here is my cheat sheet as far as pieces and such. So we have the Poppy Parade for the card base. So this it is a piece of 8.5 by 5.5. So it's my typical go-to size, but it's scored differently. So if you can see this, I've already scored this piece. Let me see if I can get it to show here. Maybe not. This red is not showing it off. No, oh, there we go, sort of. So I scored it at 2 inches, and then I scored it at 3 1/8 inch, and then I turned it over, and then I did the same. I did 2 inches and 3 1/8 inch. So, unfortunately, they are all either valley or mountain, and I did figure out the reason why they say to make your valleys mountains and your mountains valleys when you're folding it is the fact that it makes it less likely to tear your paper. So, that was a question I got asked. Why is that the way it is? I did not have the answer until just a couple days ago, so I was kind of like, oh, I figured it out. Haha. So, tangent. So, we have the DSP from the Flowers for Every Season, and the Flowers for Every Season really are flowers for every season. You have winter, you have Christmas, you have spring, and then you have the sunflowers for the fall. So it's actually a really nice paper set. But then again, I am in love with all of the papers from which is very rarely happens. I am a fan of all of our current available paper, including the paper out of the August to December catalog. I just think they're great. Okay, that was another tangent. So these pieces are two pieces that you need that are 1 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. Just jade. I have a piece that is 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and then another piece that is 1 3/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And then for Whisper White, you will need a piece that is 1 3/4 inches by 5 inches, and another little piece that is 1.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to move these out of the way, get my cheat sheet here up off this paper, and then I am going to bring out my bone folder. This is the Stampin' Up! Bone folder. Not all bone folders are, I have noticed that not all bone folders are created equal. This one makes it so much, it is so much more comfortable in my hand than other bone folders that I have had. So I would definitely recommend, if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Bone folder, at least try it. I love it. So I am just going to fold everybody here. So you're going to burnish this edge, and you are going to fold it over this way. So you have, so I will show you this real fast here after I burnish it. So this is what you're going to have. You're going to have like kind of this Z fold thing going on. And so flip it over again. So you're folding these on both the same side. So they're going to kind of butt right up here. So this one isn't quite as close as my first one. I will show you this. My first one was like pretty much right on the money, and then this is just a little off, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I'm going to unfold this again, and I'm going to go ahead and put my poinsettia paper up. See, I figured this out. You got to hold it down and then kind of flick it this way, sideways instead of up. And you will get a piece that you can actually not have to fight with to get going again. Except for mine is now like kind of, okay. So then this is for the two outside pieces, this DSP is. So I am actually going to flip this over because I work so much better from this direction. And gonna make it even here to here, and then I'm gonna guess or estimate the same amount here, because all of my paper I cut with a 1/4 inch in 1/4 inch intervals. There we go. I almost look like a professional. Oh. Now I did not cut pieces for these two, but if you wanted to, it would be 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch by 5 1/4 inches. Just if that's something that you are interested in doing. I'm also going to take the Just Jade sheet or piece here, and I over-snail. Well, I've over-snailed, now I'm over-sealing. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here, so that way I have it all ready to go, and then I'll get my Stampin' done here. Just like that. And so it will fold up like this. I'm going to put that aside. And then I am going to try to figure out where I put my... I had a... no. Scrap paper. And we're using shaded spruce today because just like I had said in my Wednesday video, I have not gotten any of the new in colors, the 2020 to 2022 in colors inks yet. But this is another one where I think the shaded spruce actually complements the Just Jade quite nicely. So if you don't have that and you want to make this card and you're like, I'm not waiting for that stamp pad to come in, this one will work. And I do not think, I don't think it's gonna really stand out to anybody else either. Like, why did you not use the... Okay. That's one that I'll probably hear though, eventually. So that is stamped, so I'm going to put that over there, let that dry for a minute. Go ahead and ink up my sentiment here, and I am going to go ahead and put that on my, what is it, inch and a half by 2.5 piece of Whisper White. That's done with the ink. My trusty chamois to clean everything off. That's going to need to be cleaned here. Because things are getting muddied. And if you're wondering, it's going to be stained. It's always going to look like this. But there's still a little bit, when you go to clean it off and rinse it off, there's going to be some ink that comes out of it. So that is normal. So if you're going, wait a second, is this supposed to do this? Yes, that is normal. And that is a typical thing to happen. So, and at the beginning of this wonderful card tutorial here, I did not mention the fact that I am using the punch. I always get this mixed up. The trio. I think there's a detailed trio, I think, punch. It's the trio punch. If you type in trio punch, it should take you right to where you can order this. And I love it because it is one nicely sized punch that when I opened it, I was like, that's a lot bigger than what I had thought it was going to be. But it gives you a corner edger, kind of like a hole for the inside of your tags, and then it gives you like this really pretty corner detail as well. So that is my plug for that particular item. I use this a lot. I love rounded corners, which is what I'm going to be doing with this. So, and then it wants to do that to me again. But no, I love my rounded corners when the corner rounder wants to work, right? I'll have to clean that up a little bit. But, I do love my rounded corners. So when they took away another corner rounder from me, feels like there's something in it. When they took the other corner rounder away from me, I was kind of upset because I really wanted a decent corner rounder again. And when they came out with this, I was like, yeah. Heck yeah, I want that. Let's see if this will work. There we go. That's much better. Clean up my mess a little bit here. So there are all of those corners rounded on that. I can kind of clean this up just a tad bit with my snips. We go. And then going to round the corners on the Just Jade piece here too. And originally I was going to go with the with a different punch, but it wasn't going to allow me to do a size bigger, because this maxed out the size. So and now I'm going to go ahead and bring out all of these pieces. Another thing I did with the original card was, I don't know if you can see, but I have some Wink of Stella on there to kind of jazz up the tree just a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to shimmer. Shimmer, shimmer. Where are you? Maybe go over to the light a little bit more. There is Wink of Stella on there, I promise. So if you didn't see that on the camera, so this is Wink of Stella, and the clear is what we have through Stampin' Up. And I will show you real fast. I'm going to take out my scrap piece of paper because this is a water-based ink, and I want to say that this is water-based. So when you get into this, I don't know. I don't know if it's really water-based or not. The problem is that I got, I ended up getting a whole bunch of Wink of Stella from my mother-in-law's craft room. And so I don't know if she had mixed anything, and unfortunately I can't ask her if she did. So it is smearing the ink a little bit. So I'm trying to stay directly on the ink and not kind of go off, so in that way it is going to keep the Wink of Stella on. See, it's like smearing it just a little bit. And I have not had a problem with Wink of Stella smearing my ink before. So I think this might be one that I got in her craft room stuff that she added something to. I'm not sure. So I obviously would not recommend adding anything to your Wink of Stella. Except for more Wink of Stella, maybe. I have 3 that are half full right now, and part of me was like, maybe I can mix them together, but now seeing how this is making things run, I don't think that this is 100% Wink of Stella. Because, like I said, I have not had a problem with Wink of Stella before. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. So I'm going to let that dry for a second while I am layering up other stuff. Stampin' Seal, the sentiment to the Just Jade layer. And then I am going to go ahead and go back here and carefully do the stamp seal on this, is to hopefully not make a huge mess of Wink of Stella. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer this evenly on the Just Jade piece. So you have the Poppy Parade, and then you have the Just Jade, and then you have the Whisper White with the tree. And this piece is a little bit wider than that, but that's fine because when you're putting it in your envelope, it is all going to fit nicely in your envelope. And so saying that that's a little bit off, I also want to dimensional this. So I'm going to turn this over and kind of center it this way. So then that way I know I'm putting my dimensionals where dimensionals should be. So we're not sticking it to the flap in the back so that it will open. Because if you went all the way to the edge, you are going to seal your card shut, which would not be good stamping. And my way cool little trash can. I don't care. It is still a trash can to me. My daughter's like, it is a pencil holder, Mom. No, it's not. It's a mini trash can to me. Sorry, cat. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick that right there, center it nice. And then there's only one thing left to do. and that is to bring out the rhinestones. So I apparently decided that I did not have enough rhinestones, so I bought another container. This is a while ago, as you can see. Same issue as I have with my Wednesday video. These are older, but they still work, and they're still available. They're still a current item. They just redid their packaging. Anyway, I thought that I didn't have enough of them, and I thought that this, I must have thought that this little sliver of rhinestones was all I had, because I went out and bought more, and now I have, like, way too many rhinestones. So I have to use up my rhinestones. So we're going to jazz this card up with some rhinestones. That was my oops mistake. I don't want to run out of anything, so I overbuy, and then I realize, oh, I didn't need that. I already have like 15 of them. Y'all seriously don't want to see my cleaning closet, just saying. I could open up a cleaning store. And the greatest thing is my husband's like, why do you buy all of this stuff? And then he went to buy stuff, and he ended up doing the same thing. So I'm like, okay, so I must not be too bad. So I put 3 of the rhinestones on here, because 3 always seems like a good number for embellishments and stuff. I go with 3s. So, yes. So this is a super simple card. If you wanted to have another piece the same size as the Just Jade, which is 2 by 5 1/4, you could do the same thing and have a little place to write stuff if your card base is is one that is too dark. If you decide to do this with different papers, you can do that. Have a piece of Whisper White back there to write on. But I'm just going to leave it because I think that it actually looks good, and not very many people are going to see the back, because if they're sitting there and they're putting it on their mantle or whatever, it's just going to be sitting up like that anyway. But so anyway, now that I'm jabbering, here is the original card. Here is today's card, and I hope you like this card. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this project, please like, share, subscribe, and watch more. You can find links to my Stampin' Up! Store, blog, dimensions, and the product list in the description below. Until next time.